It's like her eyes follow you.
2 days to learn a whole language? I got some Spanish for you. No way, Jose. Jose!
Okay, so they did a reboot. No, 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 not that reboot. This reboot.
Everything is not what it seems when you can have what you want by the simplest of means. Be careful not to mess with the balance of things, because everything is not what it seems.
So the episode starts off with Milo and Roman Russo arguing because Roman thinks that he's too old to share a room with his brother. And from the beginning, you can already see that these characters are somewhat loosely based off the characters in Wizards of Waverly Place. So Milo would be Max and Roman would be Justin. And later, as we dive more into the character of Billy, you'd obviously see that Billy is based off of the character of Alex. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking up the series into its pros firstly and then its cons. Obviously, personally, I think that its pros definitely outweigh the cons, but I'm going to be highlighting both in this video. Okay, so we're starting off with the pros. Having David Henry, who plays Justin in the original series, be on the main cast of this new reboot is definitely a bonus. When you're watching the show, we still get to experience the same Justin Russo that we have come to know and love, but only an older version who is now a father of 2 kids and has a wife. By the end of Wizards of Waverly Place, Alex Russo becomes the family wizard. However, Justin is still able to keep his powers because of Professor Crumbs appointing him the next headmaster of WizTech. In the reboot, however, we found out that Justin has been fired from his position at WizTech because of the quote-unquote unicorn incident and is now just the vice principal of a normal middle school. In the very first episode, we get the cameo of Selena Gomez coming back as Alex Russo, who's now working on the Wizard Tribunal. And it's actually nice to see how Alex has matured as a character, going from someone who didn't really care for authority or responsibility to someone in such a high position of power and having tons of responsibilities. Similar to David Henry, Selena Gomez plays her character extremely well, and it's lovely to see how the Russo siblings still banter with each other even when they're much older. I love this character because she brings a lot of life to the series. I don't have much to say, but I just want to say she's a very good character. It's very clear in the series that Roman is like the mini-me of Justin. He's smart, he even looks similar to Justin, and he loves authority. With Milo, who is more similar to his uncle Max, and is more unpredictable and an all-around just fun-loving kid. But with Billy, we see that at first Justin has a very hard time teaching Billy how to control her powers, because like Alex, she is a wild card. She ends up exposing Justin's secret that he's a wizard to everyone in his family, but eventually he warms up to her and treats her as one of his children. This is just how I think the series might go, but I think in later seasons, I hope that Justin ends up adopting Billy. I think it'll be a really wholesome moment that will do really well for the series. Billy, in the first few moments on screen, she already causes chaos when she manifests a monster in Roman and Milo's room that gets completely out of control. She's always finding a way to use spells to solve a problem, which in turn creates more problems. And this you really can't blame her for, because we found out in the series that Billy is actually an orphan who never really had any sort of family structure or anything similar to that. So it's actually kind of sad because after the first time that she messes up at Justin's house, she tells him,
Billy! Billy! Why'd you run away?
I know how this goes. I mess up and I get kicked out. Just like a Wizard. I'm just saving you the trouble.
later in the series, we see how Billy becomes more responsible little by little. Okay, so now we're moving on to the cons. I don't know if it's just me, but most sitcoms today have this generic and boring, boring looking set designs. I think what really helped the Wizards of Waverly Place work was the sub shop and the set design of the show. Very, very colorful, and Waverly Lane really helped to make the show feel more authentic. But in the new reboot, the set design looks so bland, and that's probably because they live in the suburbs. But still, in the first season, there are mainly three locations that the show travels to, and that's the house, the lair, which is from the original series, so it's not even a new location, and then the middle school. This is really, really no hate towards the actor who plays this role, but there's just one character in the show that I cannot stand, and that character is Winter. So we are introduced to Winter when Billy first goes to middle school. Um, and we have this whole episode where Billy is trying to become friends with Winter, but Winter's character is so boring. I mean, the only thing that we can tell about her is that she's smart, similar to Roman, and that's why they're friends. That's their common interest. You know what? I'm probably just hating, I can't lie. But that's just my opinion. I just wish that there was more to a character than just simply being smart. In conclusion, that is basically my little review of the show. I did really enjoy watching the series, but I think that the show was definitely geared towards kids and younger teens, whereas the previous show was more for all ages. But if you're wondering whether or not the show is worth a watch, 100% yes, it is, and you will have lots of laughs while watching because the characters on screen are so funny. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you next time.